And welcome to the Tableau dashboard for the BYU Department of German and Russian. This tool is great for networking, finding out where previous alumni who have a language concentration such as yours in Russian or German have, where they've gone with their degrees, where they live, and what they do for work now. So the purpose of this how-to video is to go ahead and show you how you can best network and utilize the tools and resources that we've built for you in order to further advance your career and help focus your current studies at Brigham Young University. So the first thing I'd like to show, so this is the general dashboard that you've now reached on the public Tableau website. So what we're going to do is just kind of go ahead and we'll pretend like we're searching for someone in a certain field. So I'd like to just go ahead and explain a couple things. So we have a couple of drop-down boxes up here: job category, we have state, and we have organization name. So these are all drop-downs. You can go ahead and click here, and it'll go ahead and show alphabetical order, different institutions that people work for. Same thing applies for state and for job category. All of these states are also here on this sliding dashboard. Same thing with organization names, they're here as well. You can continue to scroll down through this and find it. And the same thing applies for job category. For others who are more visual learners, I've decided to go ahead and add these type of pie charts. So you can see here around language of emphasis and job categories. And if you hover above each color, you'll see in education and research. So of the total records we have, there's about 139 alumni who are in that field. Well, for example, here we have business management, administration, consulting. There's about 60 records. Government and military, 27. I'd like to just mention as well that at the bottom of this dashboard here, you can make it full screen. Go ahead and download it. We'll use this reset and redo button pretty soon, but those are all there as well. So let's say we're looking for someone who works in the government and the military. So it appears we have 27 alumni currently on this set of data who do work for the government and the military. According to statistics, we have about 18% of those alumni live in Washington, D.C., about 18.5%. But let's go ahead and say you are studying Russian and you want to network with some alumni who work in the government. So we'll go ahead and click this Russian. This will actually filter out now those who work in the government or military and had Russian as a language of emphasis. So now we have a list of these alumni right here. And we can see we have everything from the Alaskan National Guard to the U.S. Air Force, even Utah System of Higher Education. So we can go ahead and do that. But let's say I'm looking through all of these and I say, okay, well, I want to find someone who studied Russian, majored in, or has a current background in that government military, and they also live in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to go ahead and click this under state. It's going to go ahead and filter that out even more. And now I see I have 3 alumni right here in Washington, D.C. who had Russian as language of emphasis here at BYU and work in the government and military sector. And I see that we have W. Mark Murray and James Clarkson at the U.S. Department of State, and Chelsea Quinn Grant at the Office of the Vice President Mike Pence. So these are all super great resources. Let's just say moving forward, you wanted to see, oh, well, how could I get in touch with Chelsea? I don't see her email here. It just says what she does for work. I've gone ahead and done the quick research, but here is her LinkedIn page, and you can see exactly what her background is. Scroll down the education, you see she has Russian studies and what she's done before as well. And you could actually go ahead and expedite this network process, even though she's across the country, by go ahead and getting ready to message her. Now, this is just an example of one of the many great resources that you can utilize here while you're at BYU. Additionally, let's say you want to go back So going back to this, we have government and military, and it's filtered by Russian, Washington, D.C. Well, let's go back one page and undo the fact that we focused only on Washington, D.C. And now we can see we're back to just alumni in general. Now, the other button I was going to talk about is right here. It's the reset. So this will do a hard reset of everything you're viewing as if you're starting from scratch. Additionally, this map is pretty efficient. You can zoom in, zoom out, go to the main portion of the map so everything is viewable. Additionally, this tool right here, this lasso tool, I find very efficient. What you can do is actually map out an area of the map you're viewing, and it will go ahead and filter out exactly who those individuals are. Each dot represents an individual. Again, like we went through before, I'll go ahead and click German. So of all those dots that are originally there, it now filtered out. If you want, you can zoom in. We'll see where these alumni are based. It looks like we have one in the UK and a few in Germany. And it looks like we have Jennifer Laird in Frankfurt, Anthony Maluski in London, who works at Paula Investments. And we'll go ahead and click this as well. And this falls under kind of finance and law, so he must do some kind of blend of either of those. But this lasso feature on the map is extremely useful. Additionally, let's go ahead and reset this once more. And let's just search Utah. So now this map is going to go ahead and zoom into Utah. Where there are larger circles like this, it's a larger concentration of alumni. Obviously, for example, here in Provo, it says we have about 49 alumni who currently reside here. A bunch of them work at the university. Then we have the law school, inside sales, etc., so on and so forth. You can still look at the categories. Keep in mind that job category, state, language of emphasis, these can all be used as filters, which will narrow down your search just as well as this map can. And all of this can be done with these same drop downs as well. But again, like I said, it's up to you whether you're more of a visual learner or you just prefer the straight text. That will go ahead and narrow things down for you. And that is how you use this tool. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to Dr. Tony Brown of the Department of German and Russian. He can give you access to emails of these alumni just in case you can't find them on a social network such as LinkedIn. And there you go. If you have any other questions, just contact him, and good luck as you begin your networking within the Department of German and Russian.